Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to discuss about the next coming commands in the Linux. In the last video, we discussed like what is Linux and some commands like file system commands in the Linux like cp, ls, mkdir, etc. So today we are going to discuss about the data science or like manipulating text commands and also the system monitoring and performing commands as well and also the networking commands. So now let's start. Yeah. Coming to the data science commands or like manipulating text commands, we have some commands like grep, find, awk, SED, cut, sort, uniq, wc, diff, and t. So let's see them one by one. So first, let's see like what is AWK. AWK is a scripting language used for manipulating data and generating the reports. It does not need to the compiling and allows the user to use variable numerics and functions, script string functions, and logic operations as well. So now let's see one example like let us first list what are the files which are there for us. Yeah, these are all the files which I have. So I'm taking an example one like I'm first entering into the YouTube repo, sorry, file folder. So let's see the files which are there in that. I have one file in that. So now I'm going to print what is there in that by using the AWK command. So these are all the lines which are there in that command. So I used the AWK command to print the data. So we can also sort the data in this, like we can print some of the data which is needed. So in this, I use like $1 and $4. Like $1 represents the first character, sorry, first line, and the $4 represents the fourth line. So when I print, it will return the first and also the fourth one. So this is the first line which I have like this new one. These are all the first one. And the fourth one, like first is also being printed here. And also like many ways we can use this. We can use the numbering to print like one with the name, two with the name like that. We can use this for serial numbers as well. So now let's see the next command like grep. Grep, it is a tool that is used for searching a specific text patterns within the files or else the input stream as well. So let's see an example like a grep. In this, I am finding like a new and the file name I have to give like first. So that word is being searched here. If I like used any word, it can search in the file or in the directory which I mentioned in here. So it will search for that word and it will print all the data which is there with that word. Now let's see the next command like find. Find, it is used for like to search for the files or directories based on the various criteria such as name, size, type, and modification dates like that. So let's see an example like find del. And here I'm giving the file name as .txt. So we don't have any file like that. Let me. In the YouTube folder. I'm going to search for a file like first. Oh, I was there in that folder as well, so no need. So it is being printed here. I use it here like the current directory. Dot represents the current directory, right? So I just mentioned it like as I was in the YouTube directory, right? So I just mentioned the current directory there. If I go back, so if I search here for that, like by using the directory name here, it will print in that file if that folder contains how many files with that name like that. Or else here I can use, it will print like in how many files I have this name with the file. Those are all will be printed here. So that's all about the find command. Now let's see the next command like a cd command. SCD command is used to for the performing the basic text transformation of an input stream. It also allows us to search or replace or delete or insert any text used for the data manipulation. Basically, SCD command is used for the manipulating the data. Like in any file, if we want to change a particular word with the another one, or else in a sentences, like in some sentences which are required, we can change the data in that. For that, we will use the SCD command. So the basic SCD command, let's see like source. I want to replace Unix with the Linux. So I'm giving like this, and also we have to mention the file name there. So first, let me get into some. So I'm there in the Linux folder. Now I'm having these files. So I'm just printing one file which is their data in that so that we can change that. So this is all the data which is there in the file s.txt. So now I'm going to change like this with the these. Let's see like this. I'm going to change as these. So this is being changed with it is replacing the data. If we want to like it will only print here, it will not change in the original file. So to change in that file, we will use the hyphen I to change in the console output. Like in the original file, if we want to change, we will use the hyphen I. So now let's see like what is there in the file is. Now we have seen like it is changed in the original file, not in the console. It will, if we won't use the hyphen I, it will only print this and it won't change in the original file. If we use hyphen I, it will change in the original file as well. Now let's see the next commands like the next command is cut. Cut, it is used for processing the utility that allows you to cut or to extract a specific section of the each line of a file. So now I'm there in the CD file, Linux file folder, right? So in this, now I'm going to take the same file. In that I want to cut line. So for that I'm using cut hyphen C, like it mentions the character. And in that I'm going to write like 1, 2, 3. I want to print only these file. So it will print the three characters which are there in that first one. Okay, I am there in the directory, right? The first three characters of this are being printed here. Now let me enter into the file. I'll show you the file. So this is the file contains, right? In this, the first three characters are being printed here. Okay, now let's see the next command like sort. Sort function, it is used for the file content to print in a sorted order. Like it will print all the data which is there in that file in a sorted order. So now let's take like the practice file which I have in this. So in this I have data like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It is being printed in a sorted order according to the first character of the name. So like that we will use the sort function. Also we can use it in a directory to print all the files in a sorted order as well. Now let's see the next command like uniq. Unique it is used for like deleting the multiple lines, repeated lines which are there in a file. So let's see like in file S, I have multiple repeated lines. So those are being getting deleted here. The multiple lines are being deleted. So for that we will use the unique, like it will only print the unique data in a file. Now let's see the next command like WC. WC means word count. So in word count, we'll have three options like hyphen L, hyphen C, and hyphen W as well. Hyphen L represents like how many lines which are there in that file. So in this I am having 22 lines. And WC hyphen C represents how many characters are there in that file. In this file, I am having 566 characters. And WCW represents like how many words are there in that file. We can also see this by using the WC command. We will get all the three details which are there in that file. Like the 22 is the lines. 22 lines are there in that 74 words and 566 characters are there in that file. So let's see the next command like diff. Diff, it is used for like printing the differences between the two files line by line. So let's see like I'm having two files here. Let's first see like the ls command which are there for files are there. Now here I'm taking these two files or else these two files I'm taking like a com and file s.txt. So diff com and file s.txt. So I'm having these many differences. These are there in the com file, like up to here. These are there in the com file. And all this is there in the file s.txt. So like this, the differences will be printed here. And next command is like a T command. It is used for reading the input and the writes in the output file. Like from one command, we can write that input, like which is the output we will get from that command is written into the another file using the t command. So now I'm going to find like new in the file s.txt, and I'm using here pipe symbol. Pipe symbol is used for getting the sub command like that. We will use the pipe symbol. In this, now I'm using the T command for printing the output to another file. So now here I'm going to keep that output in the practice.txt file. So now in the practice.txt, I have got all this which is there in the file s.txt. So let's see that. So these are all the lines which are there in this practice.txt file. Now, so these are all the commands like manipulating commands. So now let's see the next commands like which are used for the system monitoring or performance commands. In this we have like a top, ps, kill, uptime, df, du, and free, like that commands. So let's see one by one. The first one is like a top. Top is used for printing the like memory monitoring, and this is used for memory monitoring. So we will get all the top processes which are there. Here we will see like a PID, like a process ID, and the command which is running, and the percentage of CPU it is using, the time, and the hours as well, like some details which are there. It will also represents the state also, and the memory as well, and the port. Like this all we will get, like the top process which are running in our system will be retrieved here. We can exit from that command by using the control C command. Now let's see like a PS command. PS command is used for displaying all the information about the currently running process. Now which are running like in this folder or in this directory, we will get these. So these are all the processes which are running now. It will also show the status. Like this is the process ID, and it is the like ID of it, and the time is represented here, and also the command used for that process running. Let's see the next command like a kill. Kill is used for like to terminate any process. We will use the kill command. Kill hyphen 9 is mostly used the command to delete any processes. So like here we can delete any process which is there by using the process ID. We just can mention the process ID here, and we can kill that process. Okay. Now let's see the next command like uptime. Uptime command is used for like to show the uptime, like how long the system is being running up to now. Like that we will get. So the system is being running from the 4 users. It also shows the average load of it, like that. Now let's see the next command like a df. Df means the disk free. It is used for displaying the information related to the disk space usage on a file system. So df command is used for displaying the disk free, like how much space is being remaining, like that. So let's next command is like a du. Du is used for representing the disk usage. Like it will like how much space is being occupied by a files or directory, it will show. This is the being the disk usage is being this, And we also have like a hyphen sh. Hyphen sh is used for like to represent the directories or subdirectories like that we will use. Like it will represent in a human readable way. It will produce the summary as well. It will give 24 M. That much memory is being used up to now. Next command is like free. It is used for displaying the amount of used and free memory as well. And also it will swap the space in the system as well. So this command is not there in my system. So if you want to download, we can download it by using the sudo command as well. So let's next is command as the lsof. Lsof is nothing but the list of open files which are there in our system now. It will display all the open files and also it will give the information about that file which are being opened now. So these are all my opened files. It will also give the information about that file as well. Now let's see the next command like lscpu. LSCPU is used for displaying like the list of open CPUs. It will also give the details or information about all the system CPUs like which are being opened now. This command is not there in my system. You can download if you want. Also, these are all like hardware system commands. These are all related to the hardware. Also, we have like HW for the hardware, listing all the hardwares, and also the LSPCI. It will all the PCIs buses which are there connected to the system, it will display. And also we have the USB, it will represent the all the USB connected devices. So these are all the monitoring commands which we have. Let's see the next commands like networking commands as well. The networking commands which we have like ifconfig, ping, host, netstat, nslookup, ssh, scp, all these like curl, wget. So let's see one by one. The first one is like ifconfig. Ifconfig is used for it will display configuring and it is used for configuring and displaying the network interface information as well. It will it gives the user current status of the networking interface. So it will give the current status of the process which is there. Okay, like network interfaces. These are all the network interfaces, and this is the detailed information about that in network interface. So now let's see the next command, like a ping. Ping is used for the utility used to test like a reachability of a host. It is used for uh, to get the data or we can reachable to that website or not. We can check by using the ping command. So I'm using ping google.com. So am I reachable to that or not? It will connect all that, it will connect the system to google.com. So to that server, it will connect. And next command is like netstat. Netstat is used for displaying the network connections, routings, routing tables, or interface statistics, and more. It is used for monitoring a network activity as well. Netstat. It will display all the network activity which is being happening in our system right now. These are all the network activities which are going on in my system. It will also give the local address and the foreign address as well and the state of it, like it is established or not, or it is closed, like that. It will also represent the state of that network connectivity as well. Next, the next command is like NS lookup. NS lookup is used for the querying a DNS. DNS means like a domain name system services to retrieve that information about the domain names and their associated information or IP addresses of their like that. For you that you will use the NS lookup command. So I'm here giving like the google.com. NS lookup google.com. It will give the server name, server IP and address of it, and also like the non-authoritative answers as well, like its name and its address as well. We can use it like this, and we can give as many as the services which we want here. It will take as many as we can. Okay. To get out of this command, we will use the Control C command. Now let's see the next command like SSH. SSH command is used for securely connect to a remote service. For that, we will use this SSH command. So we will use like SSH and the IP address of that to connect to that IP address. Next command is like SCP command. SCP command is used for securely copying the files or directories in between the local as well as the remote host, or in between the remote host or in between the local systems as well. To securely copying the data, we will use this SCP command. For normally copying any files or directories, we will use CP command only. For security, we will use SCP command. So for this, we will give like a cp and the file name here and the username at the date the host IP of it, and also the location of. Like this, we will use this command, SCP command. Currently, I'm not having that command in my system, so I'm not getting executed it. If you want, you can try that. Next command is like curl command. Curl command is a versatile tool that is used for transferring the data using the URLs. So it can fetch the data from the URLs which we give. Like curl, like I'm giving this. It will get the data, or it will transfer the data from the URL which we have given. So here it is mentioning like the document has been moved and it is being stored like this. From that google.com, it takes the data and it is storing here. And the wget command is used for to download the files from the website URLs which we have given. Like it will retrieve the data from that. So I'm giving the same like wget google.com. Now in my system, I don't have that. If you want, you can use the sudo command to download that wget. The next command is like iftop. Iftop is used for displaying the table of current bandwidth usage of the host. I don't have that. You can use. It will display the the current bandwidth of the usage of the process which we got, like the host we got in the top command, right? So for this data, it will also show the bandwidth. Okay. The next command is like the host name. Host name is used for displaying the host name. Like my host name is like GS Hyderabad, and the some identity is given. So this is my host name. We can use this host name command to the host names. So these are all the networking commands for user for networking this. So let's see the next commands in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and share it to your friends as well. So thank you for watching.